Hi, this is Jim Gillespie. Sometimes when you're trying to find opportunities for transactions as a commercial real estate broker, those opportunities can oftentimes be right in front of your face, but because of the way that you're locked into thinking about it, you just can't see them. Let me give you a perfect example of this. There's a wonderful broker who I've coached in Tulsa, Oklahoma by the name of Neil Daly. And Neil came to me and said, Jim, I've uncovered this lead for what will probably be the largest office transaction in my city for the entire year. But in going over my resume, I don't really have the best track record in the world in terms of having large transactions that I can show these people to convince them that I should be representing them in this transaction. So I said, Neil, why don't we do this? Is there somebody in your territory, an entrepreneurial broker, who has this kind of resume that you can go to, who you trust, who would be willing to pair up with you, and you could work on this together? You can effectively utilize that person's resume and go after this together and pursue exclusive representation for this upcoming transaction. And Neil said, Jim, I've got the ideal guy. He's great. I've closed transactions with him before. So I said, Neil, approach this person first. Generically describe the transaction. Don't mention the company name. Ask him if he's currently tracking anything like that right now. And if he says no, then say, would you consider teaming up with me and going after this transaction together? The broker agreed. They went after it together. They worked on it. They exclusively represented this company. And Neil ended up depositing a check for $425,000 as a result of following my recommendation and doing this. So oftentimes opportunities are right in front of your face. You just might not be able to see them. And because of working with Neil and him being such a great guy and open to taking recommendations, we made this work. He found the opportunity to close this. He's thrilled as any of us would be in depositing a $425,000 check. And this is what happens when you're open-minded, when you follow direction, when you do what's necessary to close transactions. You end up making a lot more money and being much more thrilled in the process. So if you're ever interested in coaching, training, or professional speaking, visit my website at commercialrealestatecoach.com.